The boys are all here. Vulture, Shocker, and Green Goblin. And where is Rhino? Wait a minute. You mean he was never in this episode this whole time? Anyway, in this video, we are going to take a look at the kits for Rhino, Vulture, and Shocker. Plus, we got gameplay for all of them and some breathtaking gameplay for Mysterio.
You're breathtaking.
No, Keanu, you're breathtaking. Well, let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel and the Sinister Six. They are coming to this game, and in this video, we are talking about them. We're looking at their kits. We're taking a look at some of their footage, some animations, and I'm giving you my thoughts on this team. So, before we get into that, let me go with disclaimer time, because the footage in this video was provided by Fox Next as part of their Fox Next Envoy program. It's a volunteer program, it's not a paid program, and all of the opinions provided in this video are my own. Now, the footage and the kits were provided by Fox Next, so if there's any changes to it, this is what we got provided. Now, characters in this video, another disclaimer. All of the characters, including the Sinister Six, as well as the enemies that they're facing, are Gear 12, level 70, 6-star with 1 red star, and all of their purple abilities maxed out, so no orange abilities on these guys. So that is what is said. Now, as far as this team itself, it's not supposed to be meta-defining, it's not supposed to be meta-changing, but what it is supposed to do, this team is supposed to counter city heroes, so Defenders, Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Night Nurse. These are the city heroes in this game, so these are the characters that this team should counter. So very fun team. It's looking like this will be a very fun blitz team, maybe useful in war, but probably not useful in arena. And just from what I'm seeing from their kits, I don't think they're going to be a very viable raid team either, but this should be a fun team for blitz and war. Let's go take a look at them. Before we do that though, I forgot, let's talk about BlueStacks, because normally I am playing on BlueStacks. That is my emulator of choice. There's a link down below if you want to play Marvel Strike Force or any other Android game on your PC. You click on that and install that, the channel gets credit. There's also a link for Patreon if you want to support the channel that way. Plus, there is a link down below to T-Pop for some Valley merch. But let's get into this video, because I know you're here to talk about the Sinister Six kits and look at their animation. So first one up, Shocker, and the tags that he has: Villain, City, Tech, Blaster, Spider-Verse, and Sinister Six. And you can see some of the stats behind me of the Shocker. Looking like a pretty good character. Again, not a meta character, but looking like a fun character. It looks like he has a really fun kit. So let's go and take a look at his kit. Is basic concussion bolt. He's going to attack the primary target for 280% piercing, which is a nice bit of damage for a basic, but on target dodge. And I'm looking at you, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Daredevil. He's going to apply assist now to a random Sinister Six ally, so we start to see some of this countering to city heroes right here on the Shocker's basic move. Let's take a look at his special, because this is going to be available on turn 1. And of course, these are stats for all of these moves at maxed out. So level 7s for the normal moves and level 5s for their passives. All right, so Sonic Dissonance, level 7. He's going to generate 1 ability energy for himself. He's going to apply offense up to himself for 2 turns, so stronger attacks. He's going to apply offense up to all Sinister Six allies, and he's changing his speed bar by 80%. So you're pretty much going again right after you use this move. So strong move. You're probably opening with Sonic Dissonance, and then you're probably following it up with his ultimate, because that starts off with 5 ability energy, 6 turns to cool that thing down. It is called Subsonic Blast, and you're attacking the primary target and adjacent targets for 120% piercing. So not a big amount of damage, but at level 7, you're going to repeat this attack using a new primary attack randomly chosen from the previous secondary attack. So interesting mechanics. Haven't really seen this before, or I don't remember seeing this. There may be something similar to this in the game. M'Baku comes to mind, something similar to this. But then what you're going to do is then you're going to repeat an attack for a third time at level 7 using a new primary target randomly chosen from the previous secondary attack. So at level 7, you're doing 3 attacks with this move, so nice. Plus, you're gonna have offense up if you did that special. So decent character here. Let's take a look at his passive at level 5. This is called Vibro Shock. He's gaining 20% armor plus 5% armor per Sinister Six ally, and he's gaining 20% damage plus 5% damage per city hero ally. So yes, shocker, very big counters to city heroes. And he adds a bunch to this team with his special, giving offense up to the rest of the Sinister Six. I think he's going to be a very valuable addition to this team. And again, fun team. It looks like a fun team on paper. Next character is Rhino. Yes, this is the character that I'm looking forward to the most. And if we look at some of his animations, looks very similar to the Juggernaut, especially with that big charge that he does. So he's getting the Villain, City, Bio Protector, Spider-Verse, and Sinister Six tags. And if we look at his stats, speed is not as slow as I would have expected. It's obviously not a fast character. I think right around 100 is around the average. So if you're above 100, you're one of the faster characters. If below 100, one of the slower characters. So Rhino, one of the slower characters, but not as slow as I would have thought. Let's take a look at his basic. Very basic. It's called Pummel, and all you're pretty much doing is attacking the primary target for 290% damage. So for a protector, this is not a very bad basic move, but it is very basic. There's nothing really additional that this move brings, just some damage here, which is kind of similar for a lot of the other protectors in the game. All right, special. You're probably opening with this. 5-turn cooldown, starts off with 5 charges. It is called Furious Charge, coincidentally. And this is his taunt. You're going to want to open with this move because this is where he's gaining the taunt. And the animation for this move, it looks very similar to the Juggernaut because he's clearing one negative effect from himself and each adjacent ally. So placement of Rhino is going to be very important. Then you're going to attack the primary target and all adjacent targets for 350% damage. This cannot be blocked. Again, this looks very similar to Juggernaut's big move that he does, his big ultimate, but does some very different things. All right, then we're taking a look at Rhino's ultimate, Stampede, at level 7. Now, this is a 4-turn cooldown. You're starting with 4 charges, so you can use this on turn 1. Might be good in certain situations, but in more often than not, I think you're going to want to open with that special to get that taunt up. What you're going to do on this move, attacking primary target and all adjacent targets for 380% damage, so some nice damage here. And he's going to gain 20% extra damage per city hero enemy. So yes, we see more of this city hero countering coming into play with this Sinister Six team, and Rhino looking very interesting. Some big damage, got some taunts. Let's take a look at his passive though. It's called Rhino Hide. On spawn, he is gaining counter. So counter, taunt, you get that nice combo right there. And he's gaining 25% max health per Sinister Six ally. Now, most of the time, I think he's going to go best in his Sinister Six team, although he might slide into the arena with this passive. I don't know if it's strong enough to get him into the arena, but he could because of this passive. When he is blinded, he has changed his speed bar by 100%, and on blind, he is clearing one negative effect from self and each ally. So a lot of clears that he can do with this. So nice stuff here. Very interesting kit, very simple kit. Reminds me kind of America Chavez and her addition to the Hero Brawler team. Good move. I'm not sure how much use she will get outside of that, but his passive makes me wonder if Rhino will be getting some use outside of this Sinister Six team. All right, and last guy on the list is Vulture. Now, Vulture is getting the Villain, City, Tech, Brawler, Spider-Verse, and Sinister Six tags, and he brings a bunch to the team. Let's take a look at his basic. Liftoff is the name, and at level 7, you're going to be attacking the primary target for 250% damage, plus 40% additional damage per negative effect. So he applies a few negative effects with his kit, but I'm fully expecting Mysterio to come in and apply a bunch of negative effects to the enemies to kind of make use of this basic for Vulture. Maybe, maybe not. I think that pairing of Venom in some of this footage is a good replacement for Mysterio until you get him. But all of that speculation on Mysterio is just speculation on my part. We got no information on his kit or his tags, just this footage that you saw earlier. All right, and let's take a look at his special, Fight and Flight. And you're starting off with 4 ability energy, 4 turn cooldown, so you could use this right on turn 1. What you're gonna do, attack primary target and all adjacent targets for 300% damage, plus you're applying slow. So slowing down some of these big targets, some of these big damage dealers, and if target is a city hero, applying offense down for 2 turns. So I like this move because you can kind of mitigate some of the damage threats on the opponent with this move, and you're starting off, you could use this right on turn 1. So you're probably gonna want to go after their biggest damage dealers with this. All right, let's take a look at his ultimate. It's called Supersonic, and this is another attack, attacking multiple targets at once. 5 turn, starting with 5 ability energy. This is a 6 turn cooldown though. And this is an AoE, attacking all enemies for 300% damage, plus changing the speed bar by negative 25%. So Vulture, this dude has some trickiness up his sleeve, reducing turn meter and attacking all enemies. This is pretty nice. All right, now let's take a look at his passive, because this is all about his speed bar. So on spawn, you're filling his speed bar by 10%. So we take a look at the speed bar. It is made up of increments of 1,000. That is a full speed bar. So you're starting off with 100. And then if you are facing a full city hero team, because you're getting 10% speed bar per city hero enemy, you could get an additional 50% speed bar. So you could start off with 600 speed bar, out of that 1,000. So more than halfway towards a full turn. And Vulture looking very interesting. I think this is, for me at least, this is the most interesting kit that has the most potential, although all of the potential seems to be going against city heroes. All right, and that is about it for this Sinister Six, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of this footage. Which character are you looking forward to the most? Is it Rhino? Is it Vulture? Is it the Shocker? Or is it Mysterio? We don't even know his stuff yet, but you see his animations behind me. Are you looking forward to Mysterio or one of these other characters? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends, join the notification squad, because that is very important. And I will see you next time. Make sure you check out the links down below. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, out!